Hey, oozes and bunnies. This is a preview of the most recent Party Planning, an extra podcast that the Join the Party crew makes for our Patreon. If you want to listen to the whole thing, go to patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Check out this preview. Thanks, Zoom lady.
Thanks, Zoom lady.
Wow, it's Eric's and Julia's creation lab of fun.
Pew pew. That's the potions going and exploding.
Oh no, Julia, this Bunsen burner is too high and the beaker is overflowing.
No.
Hey, Julia, I'm Chemistry the Badger, the mascot of the show.
Chemistry the Badger, are you okay?
No, I don't have proper ventilation.
Yeah, it seems like that's a problem for you. You're also smoking really close to that Bunsen burner.
Everything's going like weird on the edges. Call the Badger doctor.
Slams down. Fully dead.
All right, we'll deal with that after this party planning.
What's happening?
It's called content, Julia. That's what's happening.
Interesting.
What, you're not enjoying this? You don't like this?
Never made content before, so it's
you don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, have you been listening to those podcasts that told you that improv is saying no but again?
Yes, I have. It's called Hey Riddle Riddle.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. Well, we're back for another Creation Lab episode between everyone's favorite Creation Laboratoriates, Julia and Eric. Hello.
We're the Labradites. I don't know.
The Labradites? That's good. The Labradors?
That sounds cool. Labradors. We're Labrador retrievers.
That's good.
Hey,
Julia, I'm Chemistry the Labrador.
Also smoking way too close to a Bunsen burner. Please be careful.
Why is this badger on the floor?
Oh no. Oh no, he got splashed with chemicals.
All right, before we start, we're going to do another Creation Lab episode, which I don't think we've ever named this. I think I've come up with a new one every time. I think remember.
The Creation Lab is what we've been calling it.
Julia, I don't have any memory, and you also have tattoos all over your body because you have no
I was about to be
memory.
Like, this is what happens when you make fun of Brandon and I for having memento disease, and it seeps into your life too.
Yeah, it hurts me.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity and memento disease hurts everyone. Like that's great, and we're gonna do one this episode. We're gonna do it was quest giver NPCs.
Yeah, I think we should do like some plot hook NPCs. I've been playing the first God of War game, but the Norse mythology first God of War game. So the one that came out in 2018.
Dad of War.
Oh, Dad of War. Oh God, I have so many feelings about it. But I really like the way that they handle like plot hooks and stuff, like side quests and whatnot. So I think that would be a really fun thing to do, where we create some characters who also give plot hooks that you can incorporate into your games.
I like that a lot. We've been doing like various genres before. I think it might be fun for going forward if we had like a fake MMORPG that we keep referring back to for Creation Lab episodes.
Yeah.
But before we start, I think we have to address a very serious matter of IP lawyership.
Okay.
Because Julia, your lawyers have been coming over to my house every day and every night and waking up my wife,
knocking really hard on your door
and pounding, saying, "Oh, we're Julia's lawyers, open up." And I just want to say, I thought we had resolved the Becca Queen of the Damned, Audrey the Rotten Queen issue between us.
Just because you changed the name doesn't mean it's not mine, Eric. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's not what happened. What, if I distinctly remember, is that Eric in the first episode of Campaign 3 took time to go to a commercial break and say that Audrey Queen of the Damned, or Audrey the Rotten Queen, was based on, you have a story by credit, it was based on Becca Queen of the Damned, as created by Julia Schifini.
Well,
Um,
the problem is, Eric, I subscribe to the Patreon and I get the ad-free version, so I didn't hear that part.
no, I distinctly said it in the middle of the podcast.
Well, you said we cut to a commercial break,
Well,
so
it was like an in-game one. It was more like environmental storytelling. Like, when you look on the wall of a video game and it says the zombies were here and I was not because I'm eaten in like spray paint.
Well, Eric, I have Mementos disease, so I don't remember.
No, your lawyers also have Mementos disease?
Yeah, so they're just gonna keep showing up. They're gonna be like, the the bald eagles that Brandon told us that he saw in the dumpster. They're gonna be like that. They just return to the dumpster, and by that I mean your house to harass you, and by that I mean eat garbage.
Julia, you're allowed to have Mementos disease.
Okay.
Brandon's had Mementos disease as long as I've known him, and he's never had any short-term memory. Maybe it's just because of things I say. I wonder if it's like
that.
acute Mementos disease. Do you also have acute Mementos disease?
Yeah. But part of it's too is like people talk to me and then I'm just like, I hear carnival noise. I'm like, Eric, that's like 100% true though. Like people introduce themselves to me and I look at them and they said their name to me when they introduced themselves to me and I just gone.
It's like if we're looking at your brain using like phrenology, the majority is like how to sound design a radio booth. That takes up 60% of your brain.
Yeah. And then names just like this tiny portion. Be like, only if we've met 5 times.
How do I make audio sound like it's from a 1940s radio? Takes up the majority of your brain.
Static.
That's just 3 different layers of static.
Yeah.
That's fine. Julia, you're allowed to have Mementos disease.
Thank you.
I just said it also hurt me. It's a social disease.
Okay. Sorry. Why don't we create some characters that I'll instantly forget about and then you can use in the campaign?
Julia, truly, I'm looking at some that I wrote down and like I truly do not remember some of them.
Yeah. Like, sometimes the really good ones stick in your brain, but all the other ones you're like, yeah, it's a guy who's I don't know, something with ships.
I remember some of these. I mean, these were some of the villains. I don't know. Do you remember Maximum Geneva, who's a landlord? No. A cantankerous landlord?
Not even a little bit.
Exactly. Like, I don't remember it either. Here's the thing about podcasting, if you all want to come behind the screen a little bit, is that when you say things into a microphone, they don't stick in your brain. It's the ownership of the microphone.
But it's like going to a party and then someone like is like, oh my God, do you remember that thing that you said to me at the party? I'm like, no, there was so many things happening. And that's like 3 hours of my time. And I'm supposed to remember everything I say in that 3 hour span. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. It's like in The Little Mermaid, like the live action Little Mermaid, where Ariel sings and Ursula takes her voice. It's like that. I'm doing that into a podcast. Yeah. And in exchange, I get to stand on top of a rock and go like this. And yeah, you should be part of the video because then you can see the position I did. You can see that. It's visual jokes. We're doing visual jokes only.
Wasn't there a villain that was like an old man sea captain?
He was an NPC.
Okay.
Who was a sea captain who was very into the rules. I think his adjective was pedantic.
Oh yeah, that was it.
That he subscribed to these like rules of the sea that pirate
code.
Yeah, he was the pirate code. Yes. Yeah, Julia, I'm listening to these and I'm rewriting them down. You know. And as usual, speaking of the adjective list, we have 100 adjectives that we had collected from people like Lena, Bray, Michelle Spurgeon, Sarah, Maureen, Paul, Lyle, Marina, Allie, Cece Duran, Casey, and Con Dumpstat. Thank you. We are still using the same one. I have the adjectives that we did before. But hopefully we're going to do some different adjectives that we
eventually we'll need more, but
at some point we still have like I think we still have like 90. It's good.
Damn.
But yeah, do we want to do any like table setting for the MMO? Like, do you want this to be like some straight up? I don't know if you ever played any MMOs before.
I played RuneScape as a kid.
Oh, that totally counts. Yeah, 100%.
Sweet.
I played Guild Wars 2 a lot.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
That was a good one. I never played like WoW or anything, but they're all kind of thing. I just thought it would be funny if it was like a general fantasy pastiche of what our MMO is, and then this is like the thing we can do.
It's like Tales of Chemistry the Badger.
All right, Tales of Labrador.
There we go. A real place that exists.
Tales of Labrador.
Let's change it up a little bit. It's Tales of Labradite, which I think is a gemstone.
Oh, Tales of Labradite is good.
That's tight, right?
Okay, how about...
this is just a thing that I've been thinking for the past couple of days that I need to say out loud.
Yeah.
I miss when like medicines and stuff weren't like called like Dresdadine, but instead were called like Augur's Tears or the Phoenix's Pearl, That should be more
like how like Ward of Newt or Ward of that actually was like plants and stuff.
Yeah, I miss that. And now it's just like Facilidine. And I'm just like, how could I possibly remember what that does?
Facilidine might treat your disease, but it might make it worse. It's a social disease. It makes you have Mementos disease. We know for it.
I talked to a nurse today and she's like, every medicine has a side effect of diarrhea. And I was like, every single one. She's like, every single one. Just to cover their base, they say it's a side effect.
Yeah.
So
Julia, can I pose one change?
Yes.
How about Legends of Labradine?
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Because it calls to our the titling structure of our episodes that I've been doing. I'm going to do Legends of Blank, like Legends of the Hidden Temple. But I also like the idea that it's also LOL as an abbreviation because
Lols.
League of do you know of League of Legends?
Yes, I've heard of the League of Legends.
Well, it's a massive like esports game. Yeah. I like the idea that the reason why it didn't succeed is because
our MMO was better.
Yeah, like the MMO was better, but it actually was just like buried by LOL. Okay, great. All right, Legends of Labradine. We're doing some we're making some quest-giving NPCs. It's kind of like a straight-up fantasy pastiche. Julia, do you want to roll, or do you want to roll 2d10, or do like a fake d100? Hell yeah.
Yes, I just pulled my dice out, and I was trying to make not too much noise as I did that.
No, it's fine. Dude, give me those jingle jangles.
54.
54 for me. This is a good start. Julia, your adjective is... That was great. My favorite part was the accent work. If you like that, you got to hear the rest of Party Planning by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod.